So welcome to today's Greater Life CoffeeCast. And with today being the pillar of hustle, here is my question. How well do you know yourself? How well do you know yourself? And I ask this question because we build today on last week's CoffeeCast and last week's examination of the first element, the first part of the Greater Life Clarity and Traction system, which is, of course, commit to your cause. Now, the next element is to connect with your customer. And so you may be pondering, well, George, why are you asking me how well I know myself if this is about connecting with my customer? Well, this particular CoffeeCast is going to be of greatest use if you are someone who is in the business of helping people in some way. And indeed, in the business of helping people to overcome challenges that you yourself have overcome. Now, let's be clear at this stage, what I don't mean is that you have to be perfect. You have to have it all figured out and sorted. That's not the case at all. Simply that, right now, you have overcome the challenges to a sufficient degree that you are able to reach your hand back and help someone who is in the position that you were. That you know the terrain, you know what it takes for them to take successfully a step forward. You know what is required, and therefore you can be of great service. Now, of course, you will still have steps of your own to take. This is the process of life. However, at this stage, the question is, how well have you really, how deeply have you given thought and consideration to the place where you were? Because the more that you can examine that, the more that you can understand what was really going on a mental, emotional, physical, spiritual level for you when you were experiencing those challenges, the more you can really deeply appreciate that, the more you can empathize and therefore connect with your customer. The more you can speak the language that they have been longing to hear from someone who gets them. And one of the ideas that we explore within the Greater Life community is that when it comes to hustle, that your customers will not trust you to guide them to the peak that they seek if they do not know that you have endured the pit they are in. And here is the mistake that a lot of marketers make. A lot of people who are trying to share what they do. They talk all about the benefits and the brilliance. They talk all about the peak. They're like, hey, this is wonderful, 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 wonderful. All the while, forgetting that right now, their customers may be deep in the depths of a pit, may be deep in pain, and perhaps in no position yet to even think about investing in a solution that can get them to the peak. What they need to know as the very start of that process is that someone gets them, gets where they're at, gets what they're going through. And if you can demonstrate this, then your chances of cutting through the noise, of actually creating traction with your messaging, goes up exponentially. And particularly if you are in the business of helping people to overcome challenges that you've overcome, then what is deeply required at this stage is for you to truly, truly understand and document where you were, what was going on for you in that pit, so that with your messages, with your products and services, you can reach out to your ideal customers and say, hey, I get you. There is a path to the peak. But right now, I get you're in the pit. And I'm here and I'm here for you. So, to connect with your customer, you must connect with where you were. All right. I'll see you tomorrow.